Hey guys, it's Rich.
Hey guys, it's Rich.
Today we're going to share a real brief.
Yeah, what province?
Man, broke my signage free today. Bringing you another.
Guys, thanks for watching this too. All right, guys, coming to you from my Maverick station, Bermuda and Warm Springs. Remember, you tell them you know Rich here, you get 2 cents off a gallon, but you do also need their loyalty card to get that 2 cents off a gallon. So, what am I talking about today? Be in a hurry, but not while driving. Let me jump into that in a second. First, I want to go over what's going on with Lyft. I did a video on this about how you guys need to learn the rider apps too, okay, for various reasons. You know, maybe show them how to tip, show them how to close out a ride, any questions, show them how to add their current location after you've let them know that dropping the pin in Vegas is problematic at a half a dozen properties and will route their driver to a different property. You got to be familiar with it. So last night I turned on Lyft destination because I burned through the Uber destinations. That's the only thing Lyft's good for. Did it downtown and got a pickup at the D going to Oyo. So here is what Lyft's doing. Yes, there's no surge pay pricing allowed to drivers, but not only did Lyft create a priority poverty mode for drivers, they created a priority pickup mode for riders in which they jack up the price 30 to 50 to, according to my rider last night, almost 100%. Dude told me he had to pay $24.69 for a ride going from the D to Oyo, and I said, man, you got ripped off. I go, that's just, you're going 8 miles, bro. I go, it should be about 15 bucks. He's like, well, we couldn't get a ride, so we got charged, and then we clicked on and tried this priority mode, and you showed up. We just want a ride. So they're desperate. Lyft and Uber can prey on people when they're desperate, but they can't pay drivers when they're desperate or when demand exceeds supply by a long shot. And I checked this out when I got home, too. I don't know, man. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but I'm wondering if Lyft, you know, since they know I'm a driver, they populate different rates for me. Because the same ride, when I got home, and granted it was a different time, there could be some variables there, but it was $18.79. Now the standard Lyft rate was $13.98. Then I checked it on my wife's phone, made sure I was 6 feet away, just, you know, if you're believe in that, because that could be a factor, you know, when they're requesting rides. And on her phone, it was $19.29. It's just all over the map. They can charge whatever the fuck they want, even though we got 80,000 people here and we're in a state of emergency. So drivers doing the front line, essential work, can't get paid an extra dime. But Lyft and Uber, of course, too, could charge whatever they want. Of course, with Lyft, we don't know what they charged unless we ask the rider or unless you take Lyft. Matter of fact, I installed, she doesn't like driving here too much. Has been taking Lyft to work. I installed Uber. I told her, you're not taking Lyft anymore. Sorry, Lyft poverty mode drivers. Uber's going to get the business. I don't care if it's $2 more. I'd rather give it to a company that lets me know they don't care, than acts like they do, and then stabs me in the back and bites me in the ass. So anyway, man, yeah, this priority pickup feature, it's basically a $6 to $10 surge, but the driver gets zero of that surge. That's what you get. Zero. Going to pick up people who a little frustrated because they couldn't get a ride. Moreover, the other main reason I'm not having to use Lyft, Lyft started doing this. This is something you can share with your riders who take it frequently. They automatically opted in all riders for daily billing summary. So if they take it twice a day, what happens is theoretically, you're supposed to see one charge for both of those rides at the end of the day. Here's my experience, and I had to spend 15 minutes disputing 3 charges on my Chase credit card account last night because when Lyft launched it, they charged me once for the first ride, and then they billed me once for the 2 rides combined. So I got overcharged. To add insult to injury, on Valentine's Day, I was out driving. My wife could not get matched with a rider or a driver at all. Lyft still charged me $12.79. There is no way to dispute the charge through the app or to reply to an email. Matter of fact, they didn't even reply to an email. Matter of fact, they didn't even send a bill for that email because the ride didn't happen, but they still charged me. I had to request an Uber. Uber couldn't match with the ride, but what Uber does is they do a quick prepend, and they hit her, with the $14 charge, but when they couldn't match, right away, -14. I thought Lyft's would fall off because it was impending, and this is important too, because remember, Lyft riders are poor, and this goes against their available credit or available balance on their debit card. If they do a hard authorization, it won't fall off for 3 to 5 to 7 days, depending on their bank and some other varietals. But anyway, what happened was the Lyft charge went to a full charge. It fell off a pending and I was charged. So I disputed 3 charges on Lyft. It got credited back to my account. Fuck Lyft. I mean, I don't give a shit if they shut the app off. There's no way to reach these motherfuckers. They don't want to do business decently. I mean, it's getting insane. We're still in this little pandemic deal, and that's just like a stab in the back to drivers who've been out doing this, trying to feed their family, pay their bills, and not taking on employment because they know there's work available out here. So that was a little lengthy intro to the topic I'm going to talk about now. What I'm talking about is being in a hurry, but not while you're driving. I mean, obviously, you want to drive safe and smooth. That's the key criteria to, keep your ratings high and hopefully generate some tips too. People appreciate it. They love my double blind spot checks. They love my checks when I'm at a red light and it turns green and I check both ways twice, make sure no drunks or people stoned off their ass are cruising through the lights at 1 a.m. They see it. They realize that this guy's a safe driver. It's important, man. Be safe. But what I'm talking about is being in a hurry. It's a lot more for airport drops and pickups. When I roll up, I'm outside the car, unless I'm trying to communicate with them on my phone and my shitbag holder that I got ripped off on Facebook with, and I hate removing the thing from the holder. I get out, I'm by the trunk, they come by with the luggage. No, they're not lifting and putting their luggage in my car and dragging their rollerboard across my bumper, either by accident or because they just don't give a shit about someone else's personal property. I grab it. I mean, I tell them, hey, let me grab the luggage. I mean, I'll say shit too. Like when I see him, like, just let me get it. I had some guy accidentally drag his rollerboard across my bumper. I mean, Uber did charge him $250 for me. That'll shut them the fuck up and you can grab their luggage. Now, again, man, if you're disabled, elderly, have back issues, of course you can't do these things. Not your fault. I mean, people understand. And again, I just don't get the guys in their 30s or 40s who pull up, pop the trunk, and sit there fucking around on Facebook while their passengers are loading shit. It's like, man, do you really think that adds any customer service or value prop to them? But again, what I do is, I have my little Trader Joe's $1.99 deal, lasts me a month. Sorry, Anton, if you hate sanitizer. I love it. When I get to a drop, I spray right when I'm pulling up. I rub my hands like this so they see. Then I hop out, put it in park, whip up the parking brake, hop out, open the back door for hopefully if the chick's sitting behind me, but a lot of times it's a guy. Open their door, I run to the trunk. I get their luggage out. For carry-ons, I don't touch their handles. I lift them up by the side. I also consider it some exercise while I'm out on the road, getting out, stretching my legs, moving so my shoulders aren't in a, prolonged position, which leads to a lot of bad shit and back issues, shoulder issues, other shit that drivers don't realize who are sitting behind the wheel 50, 60 hours a week. It's a reason truck drivers die young. So, And cab drivers too. Well, even the ones who don't get murdered by their riders, they die young too. But anyway, man, back to these rides on Lyft, man. If you really like driving and this is your main game and gig, go get hired by a cab company. They're taking 60% with priority pickup mode for riders. As a cab driver, you're going to get 38 to 40% anyway. You're not going to have to pay for gas, a car, for maintenance, for insurance, all sorts of shit. They even throw you bonuses as well. Now, I may throw this all under the rug if 500 people waiting for an Uber and Lyft gets lifted and they, not Lyft, because Lyft doesn't have surge. They have silly pink box modes, which when demand is so high anyway, you're going to hit that box and you're going to get your $1.65. That's it. All right, it's not going to keep counting up 3 cents every second or whatever the fuck it does for peanuts. But with Uber, if they are able and do turn surge back on, I mean, I would think they're rewriting the algorithms, because last weekend, a night like last night, surge would have been 5, 6x. Of course, with the new surge, it probably would have been like $7, $8 minimum surge, and that again on the X game is where you do want to get the longer rides, because it's going to continue to grow. The minimum rides, you're going to get the minimum surge. Again, I don't really care. My game's getting people to the fun, helping them find the stuff, getting their number in my phone, hooking them up with what they need while they're here, and generating cash. I mean, the Uber and Lyft apps, just a way to meet customers, or the Lyft apps, a way to meet felons, a little better than the Uber app. But you got to, do these customer service value add things if you want to make more money. They appreciate it. They know this guy is professional. He's taking care of us. Yes, of course. I mean, there are the people who don't want you doing anything because they feel like you're sort of shaming them into a tip. I don't give a shit about that. Those are the people who are going to go get weed and booze anyway. And they'll still throw you money too when they come out of the dispensary. That's the main reason, man. Yeah, you take them to the dispensary, you let them know when you're pulling up. By the way, guys, they can only take cash, but they have an ATM in there. I'd hit it, if you need some cash, because the ATMs on the strip are $7.99 each, and you're gonna get clipped $2.50 from your bank. Their ATM's probably like $5, but you'll save some money. Get them to get the cash so they can give you the cash. It happens almost at least every other ride. They come out, thank you, bro, and they throw me their change from their $140 purchase that I got paid $15 on, 6, 8. Sometimes it's way more. At least 3 or 4 times a weekend. It's markedly more, and it's the rides you need to feed your gas tank. Again, my goal every night now it's to make double in cash on what I make in the app. With the current game I'm running, to get people to the fun, to help them have a great Vegas experience, get them laughing, getting them telling me I'm lit, or what did that chick call? I can't remember the word she used the other night. She actually said, you're what millennials call, it was something like the hookup, or I don't know, it was some term, like I was the insider hooking them up with all this info. I got these things in my console. They're staying nearby Planet Hollywood. It's 2 minutes from drop off. Oh shit, hey, do you guys like burgers? Oh yeah, we love burgers. Hey, I got some of these vouchers. They're really a great deal, man. I've used them like 20 times, which I have. Don't recommend shit you don't like. That's not genuine, it's not sincere, and it doesn't shine through. Well, except with strip clubs, you got to recommend them even if you don't like them, because you got to make money. But yeah, man, it's a buy one get one free, and then I always throw it. Yeah, you'll save like $15. Bad thing is you're gonna have leftovers, and your property doesn't have a refrigerator or a microwave, unless they're staying at Alara or Marriott Grand Chateau, Signature Towers. I mean, Sig Towers too. I love giving these out there. Man, you can walk right down the street. You'll love it. You'll love it. Be funny, make money.